Next, kingdom plantae. Kingdom plantae include all the plants, all the organisms which can prepare their own food. All autotrophs will come under kingdom plantae. This kingdom plantae is divided into two categories on the basis of the production of flowers. On the basis of reproduction, non-flowering and flowering. All the plants which will not produce flower, without producing the flower, if they reproduce, they are kept under non-flowering plants. All the flower-bearing plants, flowering plants are kept under one category. And non-flowering plants are called as cryptogams. Flowering plants are called as phanerogams. These terms will not be there in your book, but in higher classes you will be studying. Non-flowering plants, cryptogams. Flowering plants are kept under phanerogams. These cryptogams, again, on the basis of the external morphology, they are divided into three categories: Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta. Thallophytes are the cryptogams which body cannot be differentiated into leaf, stem, root. For example, if you take Chlamydomonas algae, all the algae will come under Thallophyta. Chlamydomonas also algae, Spirogyra is an algae. Chlamydomonas is unicellular, Spirogyra is multicellular. If I take a plant and ask you to show that parts, leaf, stem, root, like that you can show. But here, Chlamydomonas, we cannot say which is leaf, no stem and all, just one cell, unicellular. Here, the thallus, it is made up of number of cells, but it is arranged, the cells are arranged one above the other, form a long thread-like structure called thallus. So, plant body of algae is called thallus. So, here also we cannot differentiate leaf, stem, root. So, all the non-flowering plants which body cannot be divided into, cannot be separated into leaf, stem and root are kept under Thallophyta. The next, all the cryptogams, all the non-flowering plants which have root-like, stem-like, leaf-like structure. Why like I am telling, externally they look like root, look like stem, look like leaves. But if you take the internal structure and observe it under the microscope, they will not resemble the real root, stem and leaf. Okay. So, all these plants are kept under the category Bryophyta. And Bryophyta, liverworts and mosses. See, liverworts, it is just green color, flat structure. Okay. Dorsiventrally flattened, dichotomously branched. And these will look like leaf. But if you take the section and observe it at the microscope, inside the internal, the anatomy will not be like a real leaf. Same like that here, moss, see, this one is looking like root, this one is looking like leaf, and this one is looking like stem. But all these sections under the microscope will not resemble the real root, stem and leaf. So all these cryptogams which have the plant body, leaf-like, root-like, stem-like structure are kept under Bryophyta. Then, all the non-flowering plants, cryptogams, which have real root, stem and leaf. Externally as well as internally, they have the root, stem and leaf. The plant body can be divided into root, stem and leaf. Are kept under Pteridophyta. P is silent here, Pteridophyta. And they have the vascular tissue, xylem and phloem. So, they are also called as vascular cryptogams. Pteridophytes are called as vascular cryptogams. Thallophyta and Bryophyta are called as non-vascular cryptogams because they don't have the vascular tissue, xylem and phloem. Whereas here, they have the real stem, root and leaf. They have the vascular tissue. So, they are called as, pteridophytes are called as vascular cryptogams. Flowering, non-flowering, flowering, non-flowering are called cryptogams. Cryptogams are further divided into Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta. Thallophyta, all the non-flowering plants which plant body cannot be differentiated into leaf, stem and root are kept under Thallophytes. All the plants which have leaf-like, root-like, stem-like structure are kept under Bryophytes. All the non-flowering plants which have real root, stem and leaf but they will not produce flowers. Because of that only they are kept under cryptogams. But they have the vascular tissue also. So they are called as pteridophytes. They are kept under pteridophytes. Pteridophytes are vascular cryptogames. Thalophytes and bryophytes are non-vascular cryptogames. Then comes the flowering plants. Flowering plants are called as phanerogames. These phanerogames, the flowers are in, if you take the flower structure of the flower, calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Androecium and gynoecium are essential part of the plant. So this androecium and gynoecium are produced either in the flower or in cones. If they are produced in the cones, they are cone-bearing plants, cone-bearing phanerogames. They are called as gymnosperms. All the flowering plants which produce androecium and gynoecium in the cone, they are kept under gymnosperms. And one more thing also, in gymnosperms, the seeds are not covered by the ovary. So they are also called as naked seeded plants. Flowering plants, they produce the flower bearing plants. All the flowering plants which have androecium and gynoecium in the flower, they are flower bearing plants. They are called as angiosperms. If the androecium and gynoecium are produced in cones, they are gymnosperms. If the androecium and gynoecium are produced in flowers, they are angiosperms. And angiosperms, the ovule is covered, the seed is covered by the ovule. Okay? Then angiosperms on the basis of number of cotyledons, they are further classified into two, dicotyledonate and monocotyledonate. Dicots will have two cotyledons, germinating seeds. I already have studied about the structure of the seed, germination and all. All the flowering plants which have two cotyledons are kept under dicotyledons. All the flowering plants which have single cotyledon are kept under monocotyledon. Okay, so this is how the kingdom Plantae is being classified. Okay, non-flowering, flowering, cryptogams and phanerogames. Cryptogams again, Thalophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Phanerogames, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Angiosperms again grouped into dicots and monocots. Okay, so with this we are finishing your classification lesson part 1. The next lesson we are going to see classification of animal kingdom. Okay, bye.